Cześć, witam Cię bardzo serdecznie w kolejnym odcinku z The Outer Worlds. Zostaw kciuka, subskrypcję, dzwoneczek. Kontynuujemy. Jesteśmy aktualnie w fabryce Górzyzny C&P. Sobie powolutku tutaj zwiedzamy i badamy ten teren. Okej, tutaj było tylko wejście na tą lokację. Tam jest jedna i druga drabina. Ja mam się dostać tam ogólnie. Tam było zamknięte chyba, jeśli się nie mylę. Ale tu gdzieś jeszcze drabinę ściągnąłem, więc chciałbym sprawdzić jeszcze tutaj w sobie parę lokacji. Tu jest wyjście, ok. Dobra, to jest ta winda, którą ściągnąłem. Dobrze, tu zwiedziłem, tu jest pracownik, spokojnie, pracowników nie tykamy. I tu również jest wszystko przez nas już sprawdzone, dobrze. W takim razie trzeba się tą drabiną gdzieś tu dostać. Tylko że te drabiny są w tych miejscach. Jak ja mogę się na tą drabinę dostać? Po tym? Sorry. O Jezu, za wcześnie zaskoczyłem. Ale ewidentnie chyba po tym, nie? Sobie do końca pobiec. No, dobra. O, tu była drabinka też. O. Spodziewałem się, że tak szybko tutaj kliknę. Dobra. Ale ja tak czy siak mam się dostać tutaj. Otwórzmy. Mogłem tu wjechać też windą. Dobrze. Dobrze. Okej. On nawet nie widzi, że go okradamy aktualnie, nie?
Whoa now. And just what do you figure you're doing up here? These are my private quarters, friend. I don't allow tours up here. I don't allow tours ever on deeper consideration. Untrue. I merely did not expect a visitor in my private chambers, where I expect solitude, while I slaughter them who disobey, and while I butcher my dinner. I do own a factory known for specializing in the canning of borschtwurst. On occasion, I like to imbibe other parts of the cysty pig. Did you fancy me a cannibal? Perish the thought. No, I don't eat the bodies, I disappear. A joke, that last was. So, what can I do for you? My full attention is at your disposal.
Is he looking at me? Oh, law. He is surely giving me the complete creeps.
While I approve of your associate's cautious nature, I still teeter on the verge of losing my patience. Let us move forward with the present proceedings. Indeed it is. Did you partake of the experiment? I would like to hear your assessment of the quality of each sample, if so. Don't wait so long the meat rots. Then I won't be able to trust your answers. By sublight, you mean Catherine, do you not? That greedy, star-crossed sow. Listen, friend. The Borst King of Monarch does not negotiate with coveters. How about you bring me Catherine's severed head, and I will gift you a lifetime supply of Borst. Piss, and I had hoped it might not
Serio,
come to
gościu?
this.
Pojebany jesteś jakiś.
I got another fight in me.
Dobra. Boję się, typie. A, ja już mogę stąd wyjść. To git. Region. Stąd nie można się tepnąć, ale stąd już będę mógł, bo jestem na zewnątrz, nie? Kurwa mać. Siedzę obok, nie? Wejście było tam, którym nie mogłem się dostać. Dobrze, dobrze. Skończyliśmy praktycznie już obszar. Bardzo mnie to cieszy. Bo tu już w regionie nie ma nic oprócz tego questa. Tylko reszta już jest skierowaniem mnie na statek. Chyba, że ten jeszcze coś wymyśli. Albo ta
Please
właściwie.
say the Yoda corpse you're wearing is Clive's. And when you destroyed my machinery, was it before or after you killed Clive? Because you understand, if it was after... On second thought, don't even tell me. We'll just say I'm doubly grateful. Though there is no double reward. Still, this ought to compensate for your troubles. And take an aromatic. You stink like Sisty Pig. I'll presume you mean Arthur, the one you sent scurrying back like a sprat with his tail cut off? Reckon I'm happy he's alive. I'd be happier if the marauders who botched my drop were dead.
No dobra, czyli mamy zrobione wszystko. Lecimy do Gwiezdnej Zatoki i lecimy na statek w takim razie. Czyli tu i tu. Tu już też nic nie ma. A, bo statek jest teraz tu gdzieś. Dobra, ale to sobie go tu chyba mogę przywołać, nie? No i gituwa. O, sorry. No dobra. Wróciliśmy na nasz stateczek.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? Forgive me, Captain. I would rather not discuss Alex Hawthorne today. I am feeling discombobulated. Was there another topic on your mind? No, I am sure I cannot feel emotions. The memory has merely disrupted one of my processors. Glitches can be quite uncomfortable. It was my fault he died. I should have predicted the statistical unlikeliness of success of my captain's actions. In fact, I did, but illogically disregarded the results. He asked me to trust him. Captain Hawthorne attached 98.4% of the ship's processes to my computer, thereby giving me near total control. I have been programmed to deftly calculate navigation vectors through asteroid fields while also operating our ship's toasters. Alex also taught me the concept of a personality. He was quite delighted when I crafted one in order to better engage with him. It was basic in the beginning. The information in my memory banks says I am an autonomous digital astrogator, created by, redacted, on the date of, redacted, for the express purpose of, redacted. I have not yet decided if I should attempt to uncover the missing information regarding my birth. I asked once. Alex did not build me, and would not say who did.
No dobra, to sobie z nią pogadaliśmy. No i trzeba wziąć coś tutaj kolejnego, wybrać ta. Okej, te wyglądają na skończone. O, tylko się wystraszyło, tu mój kot siedzi w oknie. Wezwanie pomocy daleko stąd przyszło. Dobra, teraz laboratorium, pionier. Okej. Dobra, polećmy na doki. Bo tu są wszystkie questy zrobione. Zostały te dwie
Destination reached. The
miejscówe.
groundbreaker.
Can we...
Teraz tak, region. Spóźniony transport. Pijąc szafirowe wino. Contium, dobra, 4 questy.
Talk.
Co tam?
I find myself marveling at the complex simplicity of the Fibonacci spiral. I'm sure you know what that's like. Something vexing you, Captain? Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just your run-of-the-mill vicar with a violently enthusiastic disposition. That's what my parents called it. I grew up in a pit of a town much like Edgewater. I was destined to be a laborer like my parents, but I was infected early with a need to solve the equation. My passion didn't sit well with them. My parents, ironically. They internalized the precepts of scientism like no one I've ever known. They had a pure faith, a faith that brought joy to them regardless of the situation. I envied that. I wanted that peace. I thought if I became a vicar, I could find it. Or at the very least, find out why I lacked it. They thought I was fighting the plan, should have accepted my lot. Some people pursue the clergy for power, prestige, but that was not me. The plan is not one rigid path. There are a variety of multitudes contained within it. Our paths have variance, but we'll end up adhering to it, whether we like it or not. Some choices make the path smoother, some rougher. You can even go outside the lines, but the further outside you go, it's like an unbreakable elastic band. It will only stretch so far before it snaps back. The further it is stretched, the more violent the eventual correction. I have run headlong into too many walls in my pursuit of the truth. This book is my last hope, and you were my only hope of getting it translated. What about you? What's your story? And how did he do that? Well, you do seem different than every other colonist. Let's pretend for the moment I believe you. What are you going to do now? That seems a dangerous proposition. Why risk your life now that it's been returned to you? Oh, I see. You have my condolences. Bakonu, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist school of thought, so the book is banned in this colony. Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. But most of the philosophist perversion of Bakonu's thoughts came more than a century after his death. The story of my life. Most lay people are not aware of this, but we've not discovered any new insights into the plan for a long time. I had an idea that we should welcome the truth, no matter where we found it. I had the worse idea to share my thoughts with a superior. And that's how I ended up assigned prison duty, where I was fool enough to let an inmate bend my ear with stories of an original Bakonu journal. I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him. That's a good question. We should start on the Groundbreaker. It's where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures. I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifests to track the Philosophist's off-world destination. Thank you, Captain.
I muszę wziąć jego.
Please avoid damage. Yourself.
Muszę wziąć jego, bo on tu jakiegoś questa sobie wymyślił, dobrze zrozumiałem? Czy to nie było tutaj wymyślone? Dobra, na razie idziemy tutaj. To spóźniony transport.
Hey, be careful with those crates, huh?
Well, you probably should have insured it then.
Też w ryj?
It is. I'm just trying to make small.
Mogę ci zajebać.
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the scholar shipped in and out with.
Well, well, Dr. Fenhill. It's not often I see you on this side of sickbay.
I make it a point not to get shot, and when I do, I can usually take care of the mess myself.
It'd be nice to have you in here patching people up, not just blowing them apart.
I respect what you're doing here, but you know I'm not ready to settle down. It's not you, it's me.
Have it your way then. You always do. Now, about your friend here. Were I a gambling woman, I'd wager you're responsible for my mechanical safe return. I can't thank you enough.
No i dobra. Wykonane zadanko. To teraz kolejne.
This is Halcyon News.
Parvati?
Interrupt your regularly
Kurwa mać.
Rizzo's Purpleberry Punch. You want a punch? We've got your punch right here.
Ja mu tu już przecież to otworzyłem sobie. Właśnie się tak zacząłem zastanawiać, co tu jest w tym.
You see we had a conveyor pull in?
Co tu jest w tym miejscu? Dobra, czy ja mogę zmienić załogę z zewnątrz, czy muszę wejść? Dobra. Czyli trzeba wziąć Parvati zamiast jej. Dobra. Ogarniemy. W sumie powinno być coś takiego, że jak gdzieś jesteśmy tutaj w tej grze i mamy miejsce, do którego muszę pójść z kimś, tak jak teraz, i wychodzę ze statku, to powinna być podpowiedź. Do tego questa potrzebujesz tej i tej osoby, więc wybierasz sobie wtedy te osoby i jest z bani, nie?
So,
This is
how's this work?
We interrupt
Do we
your
get a table? Okay, so what are we drinking? You're the expert? Oh, and don't worry on the price. I got this. Let's just do it proper. Oh, beer. I guess, yeah, I can do that. Beer can be good. I bet. Bottoms up.
Welcome to a favored pastime of the common masses, Ms. Holcomb. I myself don't imagine you'll care for the flavor.
Ah, this tastes like the underside of a boot. People drink that for fun? Oh, Captain. I'm pining for June like something fierce. What am I doing? Specifically. Definitely specifically. Oh, why'd I drink that? I mean, just with Junlei. I don't know what to do about us. Well, she talked about another girl, right? Isabel. Mentioned her by name and everything, like she wanted me to know. Maybe I've been making a right fool of myself this whole time. Maybe she's not interested after all. It was real long and rambly. She was telling me a story about her dad, how a lady named Isabel did all sorts of things to try to win his favor. This Isabel lady never quite managed to get her dad's approval, but they carried on anyways. Made something good out of a bad situation. Then it all went down the tubes. Do you think Junlei still has feelings for her? I just got a lot of feelings, Captain, and they're all climbing up my throat. I need another drink. Right now. Before I lose my nerve. Law, no. That beer tasted like how Dad's old socks smelled. Maybe something sweet and mild, like wine. All right, whiskey. Woo! That smells like an unlawful union between paint thinner and propellant. Here we go. Oh! Law, I'm gonna be sick. That's a crime, is what that is. Oh, Captain, I want to talk to Junlei all the time. Even about silly things, but I'm so scared. Everything? I got a solar system's worth of terrifying questions swirling around my head. Does she think I'm as pretty as I think she's handsome? What if she doesn't like me? What if she does? What if she's still got feelings for that lady, Isabel? What if we get together and she gets bored of me? Don't you tease me in my moment of weakness. You know I'm not interested in physical affection. Well, it's tripped folks up in the past. Folks I thought cared about me for me. What if she's not okay with that? What if she is, but then later, she's not? Of course. Wouldn't you be? Huh. I'd never thought of it that way. I wonder what June's afraid of being rejected for. She seems perfect to me. Maybe those are just my rosish colored goggles talking. To be strong like her. Gosh, I don't know that I got that in me. Sometimes I feel real mean inside, Captain. I think ungenerous thoughts. Yeah. I like the way you put that, like, it's okay to want to be better for her, and not impossible to try. Well, Captain, this has been a whole lot. I got just... wow. So much to think about. Oh gosh, I don't know, Captain. Do you think I should? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Right when we get back to the ship. I mean, probably. Eventually. Thanks for hearing me out and giving me counsel. And, well, for being a friend. It means a whole lot. You're good people, Captain.
Well, it's not like I could be elsewhere. Nor am I capable of neglecting a wayward lamb in need of guidance.
Huh. All right. Thank you, guys. You're real good friends, you know that? I wish there was a place we could all live quiet together. Come on, let's go.
No dobra, pogadaliśmy z nią. Tu jeszcze coś było chyba, nie? Tak, tutaj. Do tego ziomka trzeba pójść. Ciekaw jestem, jak jeszcze dużo zostało gierki do końca i szczerze mówiąc trochę... Z jednej strony się cieszę, że coraz mniej, a z drugiej strony nie wiem, co mam nagrać dalej.
Of course. The cosmos is generated and directed by the
That gas is going to make us a fucking mint. 120-some cubic meters of it, at 1,000,000 bits a pop. Take this. You've earned it. When we get buyers lined up, I'm gonna buy a gold toilet to shit in. You're goddamn right. Monarch isn't exactly a walk down the lanes of Byzantium. But here you are with all your limbs attached. Call me impressed, contractor. No one you saw, anyway. Glad to see you're looking out for yourself. You've been keeping busy. I hear you took on some extra work at Fallbrook. Catherine says the factory needs some repairs before it's back to working order, but at least it's under our control. Hey, when you were at the slaughterhouse, those swine didn't give you any strange looks, did they? Like they were hanging on to your every word, scheming, and when you turned around, maybe they just oinked like innocent little idiots? All right, cut the pig shit. I'm probably getting worked up over nothing. Just try not to think about pigs. You never know, you know? Atta girl. I have another job lined up, assuming you're still interested in work. You're gonna salvage me a space station. Heliospheric Research Station 1084, to be exact. I want it. Cobwebs and all. Interested?
How big we talking? Not like groundbreaker big, right?
This opportunity won't come around again, Captain. Here, this override bypass should get you into the station's systems where you can plant my flag. And one last thing. When you get there, make sure you aren't followed. We wouldn't want that. I'm on the heels of something big. Play your cards right and I'll clue you in, but right now, I'm not sure who I can trust. Just be careful. Someone might try and use you to get to me.
No dobra. Czy my coś tutaj jeszcze na tym statku mamy do zrobienia? Tu się coś pojawiło, dobra. Muszę to oddalić, dobra. Okej.
What you imply? I am
Niech kurwa zapierdala za mną, no.
Niece just acting up.
BNP Borstar.
Coś się pojawiło nowego? Dobra. Okej.
Rizzo Spectrum Vodka.
Otwieraj.
The rainbow.
Tu przypadkiem nie jest zablokowane wejście? No właśnie. Niedobrze.
Okay, gone quiet.
O kurwa, tu jest typo. Ty człowiek. Dobra, ogarniemy to, ale już w kolejnym odcinku. Na teraz to tyle. Dzięki serdeczne za oglądanie. Zostaw kciuka, subskrypcję, dzwoneczek, wbiję do linku w opisie. I miłego popołudnia. Cześć.